Good evening, everybody. Jordan back with another review. This evening, I'm going to review my first snus on this channel. I don't know how many of you guys take snus. I know the most people that have been watching my videos and commenting on them do snuff, and that's great. Snuff is awesome. I love it. But before I ever tried snuff, back whenever I was real young, I went fishing with my dad down on the coast in South Texas. We went wade fishing, so waded out in the water. And I remember I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I saw my dad get a big bag of Levi Garrett chewing tobacco. He got a big bag of it, and he threw some in while we were out there in the water. And I remember asking my dad, hey, I want to try some of that, right? And he was like, sure, and he let me pull some out, and I threw it in my mouth. And about an hour later, I asked my dad, when are you supposed to spit this out? And he just started dying laughing at me. I remember that pretty vividly, because he just was sure I would spit it out immediately, and I had it in for over an hour. That was the first ever tobacco product I had ever tried, right? I've smoked cigarettes. I'm not a big cigarette fan. Even whenever I bought cigarettes, I would smoke one or two, every couple days. I've never been a big smoker. I started doing Skull Snus. I remember going into a local store and I saw Skull Snus. I never really dipped Copenhagen, Grizzly. I've never been into that stuff. I just never liked it, really. I've tried a bunch of it, just never really liked it. But I saw Skull Snus and it was a mint. And so I figured, hey, I'll try a can of that. Spitless tobacco or whatever. Try a can of it. I loved it, to be honest with you. I loved it. I was flying through cans of Skull Snus. Good stuff. Now, though, looking back, that stuff is terrible compared to real snus. But one day I went into the same convenience store that I used to go into, and I saw they had General Mint snus or General Snus products. So I tried General Mint, fell in love with it. I still love it. I still regularly do General Mint quite a lot. But I came across, or one time I went on a website, one of the snus websites, and I ordered a bunch directly from Sweden. Ordered some General Mint because it's cheaper to buy a big roll of it than buy from the store. I ordered a bunch of other mint products, some Scruff mint, some regular ones, yada yada yada. Ordered a bunch. Well, about a year ago, I placed an order for some Jakobsson's. I always call it Jakobsson's mint. I bought only one can of it, and I flew through that can and regretted it. In case you guys don't know, for snus, when you're ordering it from Sweden, it's like $30 an order, whether you're ordering 2 cans or if you're ordering multiple rolls of cans. It's about $30, and I know that that's expensive. It definitely is expensive, but you're getting quality product. It's usually real fresh and real good. But at the time, I ordered only 1 or 2 cans of Jakobsson's mint, flew through it, loved it. I certainly wish we could get some snuff. I'd be willing to pay more money to get my snuff here faster, but anyway, regardless. So I got a can of Jakobsson's mint about a year ago, tried it, loved it, and then just didn't order anymore. I could buy my General here in town, so I just didn't order anymore. Well, recently I placed a big order for a bunch of different snooses. For instance, this is one that I love. It's a loose snus called Göteborgs Rapier. Really good Swedish match product. Excellent. It's loose. It's a loose tobacco. Loose snus. Excellent. Excellent stuff. I'll spare y'all what I think about this stuff for a later time. I'll definitely review it, but this is great snus. Jakobsson's mint. So you guys can see the can. Really nice can. Yeah, so there's the can. It's good stuff. 20 portions in here. 20 1-gram portions. So there's 20 portions in it, each of them weighing 1 gram. It's made by Gotland's Snus. excellent mint product. I know the mint and a lot of the flavored snoozes are kind of an Americanized thing, but I can, from what I can tell online, a lot of people even overseas and elsewhere still like the flavored stuff. I'm a big fan of mint, so obviously this was one that I really liked. Well, I ordered a roll of it this time. I was smart, and I've been flying through it. This is an original portion, so it's wet. It's a little bit wet as opposed to General Mint, which I should have had my can here available. Let me grab it real quick. General Mint is a dry portion. So General comes in this real nice swirl. I've already gotten into this can a bit, but it comes, when they package it, it's in this nice swirl. But you can see here, it's a white portion, right? It fluffs up really good, but it's pretty dry until you throw it in your mouth and get the flavors out. Well, Jakobsson's is wet, or an original portion. Let's see if I can get this in the shot here. It's original portion, nice and moist, really good stuff. Whenever you first pop open the can, you get the smell of this great, real sweet, minty. Oh, it's delicious. Very minty and sweet. That's the best I can explain. But you also get the tobacco in it, but it's more, instead of smelling like actual tobacco, it smells more like chocolate. It's like chocolate. It's basically mint chocolate, in my opinion, is what I'm smelling out of it. A little bit of tobacco-y, but mainly the chocolate smell is what I'm getting. Maybe a little bit of herbally smell back there, but most of the smell you get is blast of mint with kind of veiled in this chocolate smell. Really great stuff. Again, the can, it's got, most snus cans have this this lid on it. Let me clean it out just because I've already been I had one in there. It's got this lid that pops off to prevent you from littering or whatever. If you're in a place where you don't really have a place to spit it out, you can just pull it out real discreetly, pull it out of your lip, throw it in here, and it's separated from your other ones. Jakobsson's mint. I have one in right now. I've had one in for a little while. I'm trying to make these videos where I don't have to cut and edit. I want to press record, maybe trim it down, and make it easy on myself. I know Snooby, if you guys haven't checked out Snooby's YouTube channel, Snooby is an awesome advocate for smokeless tobacco products. He even posted in one of our groups recently that he's considering getting into snuff. He has done a snuff review or two. He did some snuff, some nasal snuff on a company called Thunder, which is, I believe, a Swedish company. Thunder makes snus, but they made a snuff. It's called like Frosted Ice or something like that. But I haven't tried it. I haven't even seen it for sale. But anyway, Snooby. If you guys want to know more about snus, type in Snooby on YouTube. You'll find all kinds of stuff. That guy is such an awesome advocate for smokeless tobacco. He's a big snus guy. Unfortunately, the market's kind of, well, I say unfortunately, it's not a bad thing, but the market's kind of led towards those nicotine pouches. I'm not a fan of the nicotine pouches. I can't get into them. If I'm going to get some nicotine, I want it from a tobacco product just because I like it better, to be plain and simple. I've had some of the nicotine pouches. The Zyn nicotine pouches are actually made by the same company that makes General products. It's Swedish Match, a huge Swedish tobacco company worldwide that has really hit the ground running in full force. In the U.S., you see it's General all over the place. Anyway, but they make a nicotine pouch called Zyn, Z-Y-N. That's not bad, but I can't get into it. Getting off topic. Jakobsson's mint. Jakobsson's mint is made by Gotland Snus. They are a Swedish company. They make mint. As far as the wet portions, they make a mint. They make a melon. They make a strong cola, is what they call it. And they make a wintergreen. They also make some mini portions. I have a can of the melon. They're dry portions that are mini. I'll spare my opinions on that because I'll probably do a review of it at some point. They have a good little selection. They also have gotten into the nicotine pouches as well. But Gotland Snus, I reached out to them because I wanted to buy. I like merchandise and stuff from products that I really like. And I reached out to them asking them if they had any Jakobsson's shirts or hats or whatever, and they said all they had was a hat with their logo from the Gotland Snus, and apparently they mailed me one. I haven't gotten it yet, but I offered to pay, and they refused to take money for it, so we'll see when I get that in the mail. But I thought that was really cool. They replied really fast. They really care about their customers, and I promise you they really care about their products. They have an Instagram. Go check them out on Instagram. Yeah, really great Swedish snus. So when you throw the pouch in case you guys that don't use snus, you typically put it in your upper lip. It's spitless. You do not have to spit, and whenever you put it in your lower lip, it'll cause you to salivate a little bit more, and thus, it's just more spit than what you need, usually causing you to spit, when you don't have to with these products. So I always throw it in my upper lip as tradition kind of has it, and yeah, you put it up there. It's comfortable up in the lip. Again, at first, because it's a wet snus, the flavor is full blast and then it dies off, as opposed to the general dry portions. You put it in and the flavor kind of builds up and lasts for a long time. With the wet portions, they kind of just hit you full blast. I usually keep one in about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then I spit it out. And then by that time, usually I'm already ready for another one because I'm kind of a nicotine junkie. But this one is kind of a treat for me. The one thing I will say about Jakobsson's is the nicotine content is kind of high. In one portion, there is approximately 14 milligrams of nicotine. In one portion of General, it is approximately 8. So General is kind of my wake up and my daily driver whenever I'm using snus, which I do just about every day. Jakobsson is usually my end of the day snus, or if during the day I'm craving for a good nicotine burst, I'll go for a Jakobsson. But it's a relatively strong nicotine pouch, or snus pouch, I should say. If you're not accustomed to nicotine, this one will get you. It took me a little while to get used to the high nicotine when I'm so used to General, so I could only do this every now and then, but now I've gotten so accustomed to it, I'm used to it by now. But pretty high nicotine content. I typically order my snus from, I think it's called Snus, it's called snusme.com. And that's where I order my Jakobsson's. I get some General. I got my Göteborg's Rapier. I got another one by this brand, Prima Fant. I got a bunch of them in my freezer right now. And I order from them. Like I said, the price on shipping is high. It's about $30. But I ordered, whenever I got this order in, it's been about a month now. I ordered on Monday, and I live in North Texas. I ordered on Monday, and it got here by Wednesday. Now that is fast shipping, and it's coming from Sweden, directly from Sweden. And very, very fast shipping. I was mind blown. I figured I'd ordered on Monday. I knew it was going to be fast shipping, but I was expecting to get it Friday or Saturday. Wednesday. That is a quick turnaround time. Like I said to any of you, if there happens to be a snuff vendor on here, please help us figure out a way to get our snuff quicker, Waiting for a month is obnoxious. Some guys have been waiting for 2 months, even 3 months for their snuff, and that's a real bummer. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, but anyway, I'm ranting again. Snus has kind of it's starting to build up in the U.S. A lot of people are getting into it. I see General, the little mini refrigerators at a lot of different gas stations that I go to. There's only 2 places here where I live that sell it, but when I go to Fort Worth all the time, and there's a gas station called Quick Trip, they always have it. They have a little mini fridge that they keep this stored in for freshness. And you know, they usually have the mint, the original, the dry original, the mint, the wet original, and then the dry original, wintergreen, and I think one other I can't remember. But so Snus is really picking up a little bit in the U.S. I've seen a brand called Thunder X at a place here in town. So yeah, so Jakobsson Snus, very, very, very good stuff. This mint is probably my favorite. This one in general, they're my favorite snoozes right now. They're just awesome. Jakobsson's mint, I cannot praise them enough. Excellent, excellent snooze. I don't think there's anything I'm forgetting, but yeah, give this a try. If you have any questions, comment below. Like and subscribe, all that. But definitely go check out Snoopy. Even if you're just a little bit interested in trying snooze, go check out Snoopy, because he has a review for like every snooze ever made, just about, seems like. So there's certainly a flavor or a type of snooze out there for everybody. Whether it be an original type of snooze, original but in pouches, loose snooze like this, there's melon, there's licorice, there's all kinds. I've seen an orange flavored one. There is a ton. I can't even, off the top of my head, I can't even list them all. There is a ton of different flavors of snooze. Mint just happens to be my favorite. So anyway, that's all I got for Jakobsson's mint. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Comment below. I hope all you guys are doing well. Tomorrow, I may do a review on one of my other snoozes until I get more snuff in. Hopefully my package shows up here soon. I checked the tracking. I got tracking on one of them, and it's made it to the U.S. So that's the second order that I placed. So hopefully the first one will show up, and we'll have some more snuffs to review. So anyway, Jakobsson's mint, give it a try. You guys have a good evening. Yeah, cheers.